right, that looks pretty decent little setup. Today is December the 27th, 2023. It is a Wednesday evening. It's currently 9:25 p.m. I'm in here just a wee bit earlier than I was last night. It sucks. I haven't been able to come out here in the daytime and also run in the daytime and since probably, I don't know, it's probably been almost a week, if not a week. Maybe last Friday I ran during the daytime, but I feel kind of sun deprived, if that makes, I like to run while the sun's out one day soon, So tomorrow, hopefully, I can get out while the sun is out and run. Because if I don't run then, I won't be running until 10 o'clock again tomorrow. So hopefully that can happen. Today's a pretty good day. Let's put the weight on the bar, then I'll talk about my day. Today I went to Lexington, went to Hamburg, and, picked up some basketball shoes, and picked up that's the only thing I picked up was some basketball shoes. I went to Best Buy and I came very close to buying AirPods, but the cons of spending $250 on a pair of AirPods just outweighed the pros. So I didn't get the AirPods, but I did get some basketball shoes. I got some Jason Tatum 1s. First pair of Jordans I've ever owned, so that's cool. Picked them up, tried them on. I really liked them. They were comfortable. They look cool too. They're a little out of my comfort zone style-wise. They were black and white, but they had hints of neon green and neon orange in them, kind of like a Gatorade flavor, like the Gatorade logo is what I would connect it to. So it was a little out of my comfort zone, but they were cool, so I picked them up. So they're on sale too. They were they were $30 off almost. So couldn't pass that up. Had a gift card, so spent the gift card and had to pay a little extra cash, but that's all right. But picked up some basketball shoes because I needed some. I'm hoping to play a lot of basketball in the upcoming weeks and months. So going to the rec a lot at Eastern, hoping to play some basketball. So that'll be fun, starting an intramural team once intramurals rolls around. So I'd like to do that. Let's see, what else I did? Oh yeah, I went and saw the Iron Claw today. It's a movie about the Von Erich family. It's a wrestling family, and it was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was one of the better movies of the year. I actually enjoyed it more than Oppenheimer. It had my emotions flowing, dude. I didn't cry, but it was pretty emotional. But once saw it, then came home, went to church, and ran. Just got done running a little bit ago. It's I've been kind of in a slump run. I've talked about it before, but it's just these night runs, they've been killing me. It's just I have no motivation to do them. But let's hit a lift here and try to get into it. Try to get in and out a lot quicker than I have been recently. It's a lot colder today. It's 36 degrees right now. So it's a lot colder than it has been here recently. So that means the bar is a lot colder. Come on, babe. It's like my left arm just kind of got stuck there. It was kind of weird. I think I did 11. I miscounted. I couldn't remember if I counted 7 in my head once or twice. So I just did it. I did one extra just in case. So yeah, the Iron Claw was good. Zac Efron's in it. Probably him and the guy that played Oppenheimer. What's his name? Clinton. It might not be Clinton. I don't know. I don't want to butcher it. Anywho, Zac Efron and that guy, they're tied right now for Performance of the Year. I mean, it was great. He did a wonderful job. But man, that was a good movie. Zac Efron's a good actor. He can play just about anything. So, very good movie. I thought it was just going to be kind of like a wrestling movie and kind of like uplifting and stuff. It was not. It was a wrestling movie. It was a very sad wrestling movie. But I won't say too much about it in case someone wants to go watch it. But I recommend it. It was the first A24 movie I've ever seen. That company, and they've been putting out movies for a few years now. And that's the first one I saw, so I'm gonna have to go give them another shot. Cause man, it was really good. My buddy Hato says that a lot of the A24 movies are good, so I'll have to look into them a little bit. Let's see. Dad, he cooked up some chicken and rice tonight. Man, it was good. Ate too much of it. So I had popcorn at the movies and that chicken and rice. That's all I've had to eat today. And so it's hard to count calories with popcorn and an absurd amount of chicken and rice. But I ate till I was full, but I feel like I ate too much. It's like there's always that guilt in the back of my mind. It's like, oh, you're eating too much. I don't know if that's like a sign of anorexia, but I sure hope not. I mean, I still eat every day. I eat when I'm hungry, but it just hope I don't border that too much. So that's just how I've been. That's how I've been today. I'm very tired. I just got very tired all of a sudden because I've been out and about since, I guess I left the house at 10 this morning. So I mean, I haven't been out. I've just been away from home all day, out running around and stuff. So just get another sit in. Golly. That ain't light. That ain't real light today. That gets you going. Anywho, I got a pretty big day tomorrow. A lot of work to do tomorrow. I haven't done did the PA for a basketball game. It's been over a week. I know it has. So I'm doing 4 games tomorrow night, starting at 3 o'clock, and the last game's at 8:15. So it's the it's the Railroad Classic is what they call it. And so Estill County, they're hosting a tournament these next 3 days. So these next 3 days, I got 4 games a day to be calling the PA. So I'm going to be it's going to be a lot of work these next 3 days, a lot of talking. So I should probably be saving my voice for that, but it'll be all right. I'll just drink some water. I'm excited. Estill, they play Lafayette tomorrow night, the 8:15 game. So that'll be fun. Really, usually them Lexington schools are pretty legit. So we'll see how they hold up against Lafayette tomorrow. And there's some other good teams in this tournament too. So we'll just kind of see how we fare. Estill, they've won the Berea Holiday Classic. I think that's the last time they played was over in Berea for that little tournament they did, and they won out. You know, they won all the games over there and won the tournament. So that's pretty good. They've only lost, I think, twice. I think they've only lost twice. So, I mean, they've been playing for about a month now, so a little over a month. So they're pretty solid. Well, they'll get tested this upcoming weekend, but I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of it. You know, it's always fun being a part of sports. You know, anything you do, so it'll be fun. Let's get another sit in. That's tough. Man. I've noticed here lately, you know, I've talked about this before, your morning self is like waking up, getting right out of the bed and looking in the mirror. That's how you look, you know. And I'm starting to notice some positive changes, like in my chest area and like in my stomach, how it's starting to, you know, kind of tone up a little bit. So that's pretty cool. Big improvements for me there. I did not weigh myself today. I didn't get around to it. Or did I weigh myself today? If I did, I don't remember. So, but I am starting to notice some changes. My next purchase I need are some sweatshirts that fit. Because if you can't tell, you know, it's like I'm wearing Spider-Man gliders, you know, with the little web wings. how droopy and stuff my sweatshirts are. I got these pants for Christmas. These pants are sick. I really like them. They fit pretty well. They're a little big, but that's all right. They're pretty sick. I love the feel of them. So I've had a pretty good week all around. I just need some smaller hoodies. That's for sure. Let's see what else. What else is going on? That's pretty much it for me this week. It's just in basketball games. Tomorrow's my last day watching Fenway. They're coming home tomorrow night late, so tomorrow will be my last day watching Fenway, so won't have to take care of him anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on in my life right now. I mean, we got New Year's coming up pretty soon, less than a week. 5 days actually. So that's we only got 4 or 5 more days left in the year, so that's pretty neat. I meant to check what day in a row running this is for me, because I'll do the math afterwards and I'll know, because it'd be on I'd have to look at the calendar and count up how many weeks ago the week of August 5th was, you know. So I'd have to get on there and see how many days. I'm probably reaching the 150 mark. I'm guaranteed I'm getting pretty close to the 150 mark if I haven't already hit it yet, of days running, 150 days in a row running. So that's pretty cool. See that what the half a year mark would be like one. Just had a stroke trying to do this math. What's 36 divided by 2? 18? Yeah, that's right. So around the 180 mark, days running in a row would be about half a year. So once I hit that goal, running 2 miles a day for half a year, that's pretty sick, you know. It's pretty cool. Let's get another set of these in. I'm really gonna have to grind these next few days to you know, lose the weight and try to hit the 180 goal by the new year. So it's going to be a grind these next few days. I won't have time to go over to Eastern and get in the sauna and try to get a good sweat out, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Last sip. Whoa. I didn't mention it, but I forgot earlier. I also got my shotgun for Christmas, and I shot it for the first time today. Just about probably 2 foot behind where the camera's sitting. I shot it out in the woods. That thing's pretty sick. It's just really, it's really cool shooting guns and stuff. It was neat. I got a box last night. Got a box of shells of 25. I only shot 5 of them because I didn't want to shoot all my shells yet, because I wasn't like shooting anything. I was just kind of shooting off into the distance at a tree, you know. So I didn't want to shoot all of them, all my shells. But man, it was cool. It was very cool. Let's see. We haven't been out here too long today. Got them sets in. I could probably. What could I do? You know, we'll just do some curls. What I've only done once this whole time I've had this set up is hit that punching bag. I've only done it once, so I need to start doing that again to get some cardio in. But it's just, after running, I just feel so tired to do any other like cardio type things, especially when I'm out here at night. You know, it's just, I don't know, sitting here making excuses, but is what it is. Cole, Andrew, he went duck hunting today, so he wasn't at church tonight. Cole stepped up and gave a lesson. He talked about like making excuses and stuff, and how we don't need to make excuses for God and stuff like that, of putting off like following Jesus and stuff, and say it's like, oh, I'll quit this sin tomorrow, or I'll quit this sin at the new year. So you know, it resonated with me tonight, because you know, I've always had Jesus as my Savior, but you know, I have related to putting off putting off good things until later so I can keep doing these bad things, you know? If that makes any sense, I'm sure people can relate to that. It's like you're sitting here swimming in sin. It's like, oh, I know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't want to stop it now because it feels too good in this moment, and I don't want to push. I don't want to get that negativity and all that crap out of my life because either you feel like you're just drowning in it and it's too much work to get out of it, or you like doing all this bad stuff too much, and instead of going and doing good things and positive things, you just like being in this negativity and all this bad sin. And Cole, he talked about making excuses. Uh, how not making excuses is, let's say, how do you put it? He basically said, don't make excuses for putting off God, basically. And so I've made a lot of excuses in my life. So that lesson, whether he realizes it or not, I mean, I hope he realized it resonated with somebody, you know, because I could relate to that. And it's always a good reminder, you know, not to put off God, and it's always a good reminder to try your hardest to keep sin out of your life. I mean, everybody sins. I mean, everyone sins every day. I've sinned today, you know, but all you gotta do is repent and pray. And repent basically means you see what you're doing, you understand what you're doing, and run the opposite direction from it. And I mean, that's the best thing to do. So let's do some curls. I also got thinking about a story in the Bible. I'm so bad with remembering like the names of the stories in the Bible. It's like, but I can remember the stuff. I remember all the stories and like the lessons the Bibles teach, but man, I struggle remembering the names because they're all just like basic names, like John and Peter and David. And it's just all these names that you hear like all the time. They're all just like Jeremiah and stuff. They're all just basic names, and I struggle remembering who's who, you know. So, but there's this one story. This guy, I can't for the life of me remember who it is, but he's got this woman, you know, and she just keeps wanting to get with him, keeps wanting to sleep with him, and he just keeps saying no because you know he's married and she's also married, and she just keeps wanting to sleep with him, and he just keeps saying no, and like finally it's like she sneaks into his room or something. I can't remember how it goes down, but she sneaks up and tries to seduce him, and he's just got like his cloak on, and she like grabs the cloak and like pulls it off of him, and he's like no, and he just takes off sprinting in the opposite direction, butt naked, just runs out of the house, runs out and just runs in the opposite direction. And that's what we need to do with sin. You know, it's no matter how you are or like what kind of situation you're in, it's like you get confronted with sin, you just need to run the other direction, you know. Stop it right there. You know, you realize what's happening. You know, say you're out, I don't know, going to a party or something, I don't know, and no matter what other people might think of you, you get confronted with this sin, instead of like, well, I don't think we should do it, or kind of hanging around it, you know. You maybe might not be partaking in it, but you're kind of hanging around it, and that makes other people hang around it, you know, because they're hanging around you. What you need to do is just see it. You see the sin, see that it's there and just run in the opposite direction from it. And that's just the best. That's the best scenario, I think, is just run in the opposite direction, because other people see that and shoot, they might join you. You know, it might be a little weird for you in the time, but I bet that guy in the Bible felt kind of weird running out of the house butt naked, but he got away from committing adultery. So I always think of that story. See, for the life of me, I can't remember who it was, but I know it was something in the Bible. So, or remember what book or anything was it? But I guarantee, if you're watching, you could search up that little something in the Bible, or search it up on Google, and it'll bring it to you. So bring who it was and all this. But I always like that story too, because it just shows that, you got to run away from sin, and just run in the opposite direction from it. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what else is going on in my life? I really can't think of much. I've really said, said all I need to say, and I've got 2 more sets left of curls, so I guess I've talked too much and haven't lifted enough, haven't spaced out my time well enough, but you know what they say, when you can't think of anything to say, don't say it. Do people say that? I don't know, that's kind of weird, kind of cringe. I guess I'll just do another set, because I'm speechless right now. I don't have nothing to say. Oh gosh. $20. I wonder why. Well, I know why I do the curls alternating, because it's harder to do 10 in a row doing this. So it's easier to alternate like this for me anyways. I guess because you're only focusing on moving one muscle at a time instead of 2 muscles. I don't know. But I always start with my right hand. I've noticed that. I never start with my left hand doing them. I always start with my right hand. So these are the odd numbers, and these are the even numbers when I'm counting in my head. I picked up UFC yesterday. I bought it on the PlayStation Store. That game is sick. UFC 5. That game's pretty cool. I'm not a big UFC guy. Like, I don't watch like the pay-per-views and stuff, or like all the events. When they have like their big events like every month or however many, whenever they have them. I don't know. I don't usually watch them, but I see the highlights on like ESPN and stuff, and I kind of keep up with it just a little bit. Not like too hardcore. I'm a casual fan. But I picked up UFC 5. It's legit. Like, this game's rated M because of the blood and stuff, like how realistic it is. The controls are a little different than UFC 4, but it's all right. I'll get used to them. But like the cuts and like the presentation and just the gameplay in general, I heard a lot of reviews that say it's like, oh, it's just a copy and paste of UFC 4. I don't think it is. I think it's its own game, man. I really enjoyed it for I've probably only played it for about an hour. I've probably got like 5 or 6 fights in, But those 5 or 6 fights, they felt like real. You know, they were cool. It's like the controller vibrates every time you punch somebody, and like it's like you get kicked in the face like a good time and get stunned. It's like you feel it. You know, you feel it in the controller and like the screen. The screen kind of like flash. I don't know how to explain it, but you feel it, and it's really cool. And there's like doctor stoppages and stuff, and like the blood's intense. Like you get a guy bleeding and he won't quit. It's like I got in one of the matches I had, one of the fights I had, like I kicked a guy in the leg, and I don't know if like he got cut on the leg, but there was blood coming down his leg. I don't know if it came from his face or what, but there was like blood going down his leg. I'm like, this is intense. It was sick. It's very realistic. So I think that's a step in the positive direction for, you know, EA as a game. You know, I mean, EA Sports, they kind of struggle because one, they don't have any competition on any of the games they make anymore. So that's a struggle for them. Them and 2K too. 2K for NBA and even WWE too. They got the WWE license. They don't have any competition, so they can kind of put out whatever they want and have no consequences for it. So it's good to see that EA kind of. I mean, the modes are kind of. There's not too many modes in this, but and I haven't played the career yet. I heard the career's fairly bare boned, but the gameplay aspect, just for straight up gameplay, it's pretty cool. But they did implement like a battle pass type thing, but every video game has live service battle passes now. So you kind of can't get rid of it because, you know, EA loves their money. They're going to get their money any way they want. So microtransactions. So anywho, I'm a big sports gamer. I play like all the sports games. You know, every now and then I'll hop on COD, or, you know, I'll play some Red Dead every now and then. You know, but if I usually play sports games. You know, I like a good Marvel game, a good Star Wars game. You know, but I'm usually into the sports games, the sports genre. So, whenever I play a good sports game, it's always nice to see. So, we'll hit this last set, wrap it up, go inside. All right. We had a pretty good view tonight. It was a clear sky tonight on my run. We got a full moon. Absolutely beautiful. Great view tonight. You kind of, you know, it's hard to see the moon, but it's crystal clear without the, you know, the camera. There was a lot of fog coming from my breath. Anywho, that's it for the night. Thank you.